everyone could become really efficient and as fit as a fiddle by musical activity. Music as a Sport is a comparative study on general performance improvement through brain training in music. The study was carried out in October 2010 in Lithuania by Music Union and the Nevarenai Secondary School with the support of the European Commission for Education and Culture. New horizons are calling for educational pioneers, since studies on the learning process have been based on fMRI, which was awarded the Nobel Prize for Medicine in 2003. The findings point out new territories to be conquered and open up to a new educational era. At the World Symposium Decade of the Mind 2009, scientists therefore called for direct transfer of the relevant research results to the public. The study in hand applies these findings to musical education. Musical activity has the potential to become a popular sport which supports the immune system and boosts social as well as intellectual skills. Music as a sport could actually become a resource and product of a new market sector which the post-industrial leisure societies are urgently waiting for. The obstacles that have until now made musical activity rather inaccessible are the applied learning methodologies. Instead of providing the necessary input via the senses first, traditional methodologies unfortunately apply the neuronal pathways for output without delivering the required elements for the execution beforehand. This leaves the learner helplessly training wrong moves. The study proves that teaching primarily via the pathways for input makes all the difference. The conclusion is music needs to become primarily a matter of physical education. The feeling a skater has for the skates and a biker for the bike is the kind of feeling the musician needs to establish for the musical instrument. All it needs is primary auditive as well as tactile and also visual post-central input. The neuronal areas for this mature from early childhood on, and they are ruled by the law, use it or lose it. They are actually destroyed if the learning process starts the wrong way round. Learning to play string instruments in particular has been shown to support the development of the brain in a very positive manner. Therefore, cramped hands and aching shoulders should no longer be an obstacle to children's musical dreams. The ergonomic development of the instrumental user surface enables teaching directly through tactile experience. The fingers find each their task naturally by mere use of the sense of touch. This supports immediately smooth and relaxed bow strokes. In addition, the attractive metallic design makes young players proud of their equipment. Just as you need water around you while learning to swim, you are already surrounded by the sound of music when touching your instrument for the first time. This allows to settle gently into even quite challenging rhythms. After this, a music trainer supports the movements. The trainer guides the pupil's hands just as, for example, a biking or swimming teacher may help to find the right moves. In this way, the required flexibility of the wrist is spontaneously achieved. Instead of developing bad habits, pupils are able to relax and enjoy the nice sound of a smooth bow stroke right from the start. Do you remember how pleased you felt when you suddenly found yourself riding a bike for the first time on your own with no one holding your bike anymore? It's a similar feeling when you can suddenly handle your bow with professional ease. This has been achieved by all the participants during the first lesson already. The second day, even challenging rhythms were enjoyed. Furthermore, the trainer's clear and distinct finger movements invite spontaneous imitation. By this time, pupils are automatically familiar not only with the rhythm, but also with the melody of the music they have heard during the training, and the spontaneous success makes the training a real pleasure. These pupils have never touched a musical instrument before. The gigantic complexity of handling a most challenging musical instrument, the different postures of each finger for each limb, the speed and the rhythm, etc. All this has been mastered after only 4 lessons of 45 minutes each, and then presented at a concert like the most natural thing. This fusion of work and pleasure is not possible through theoretical explanations. Please think once of your driving teacher. He'd been there with you, by your side, holding the steering wheel and stepping on the brakes until the coordination of gears, rearview mirror, indicator, etc. became your own reflexes. Why shouldn't your music teacher do the same thing? Just because your helpless attempts won't be dangerous for others as they are when driving a car, the embarrassment of trying hard without success can only lead to lack of discipline and compensatory behavior. We would therefore like express our thanks especially to the pupils of the control group who had to renounce the benefits of the neurodidactic approach. Their contribution is invaluable. They have enabled us to identify the significant impact these different approaches have even on general fitness and intellectual achievement. String instruments are known to be the most challenging, but the same principles apply to any other musical instrument. For example, tiny movements such as touching piano keys need to be amplified by the teacher's accompanying spatial movements in order to be grasped accurately. Welcome to a new educational era where making music can become the most natural activity for everyone. Everyone could become really efficient and as fit as a fiddle by making music.